Good afternoon. So, as you guys know, when I get home from work, I tend to get on social media and I scroll and I see what's going on in the world because sometimes I want to know. And many times I really shouldn't know because I get too angry. It's like fire shut up in my bones. I have to say something. So I was scrolling and I saw where Maxine Waters is going into how the people on the right do not care about children. That is crazy to me how these people use word salad. It is the craziest thing in the world to me. Now, how is it that the party of death, the party that champions killing children, is saying that we don't care about children? And that is the craziest thing. What has happened is they have made the government God for most of the inner city people. They have made the government God because they get kickbacks. How many people is Maxine Waters taking care of? How many people are any of them taken care of? I wonder if they even give anything to anybody in their districts. Those districts are trash. They don't care about the people sleeping on the streets. They don't care about the homeless problem, about the drug problem, but now they're screaming about the children. No. This is not about the children. This is about taking more money from tax-paying Americans to give to people who have decided not to work. These are able-bodied people. Now, I was under the assumption when I was younger that people got on public aid because they needed a hand for maybe a year, a couple years. You may fall on some hard times, but your whole life ought not be a hard time. Now, Exodus 20:3 says, "Thou shalt have no other God before me." But for some reason, the government has been made God. They have put the government in front of, and they have put the government in front of everything. So basically, these people, anytime you tell them that they need to get a job, that they should get a job, that they should maybe go back to school, I don't know, do something constructive with the life you have been given. You have been given one life, and when you leave this earth, you will never come back. There is no reincarnation. You are given one life and one time to die. And when you stand in front of God, what will you say? You cannot blame the white man, because who is the white man? You have the same 24 hours that the white man has. You have the same ability as anybody else on this earth. There is nothing in these United States that I can't do that a white woman can do. I can do anything. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am not a slave to the government. The government is not my God because I have a God. That's why I can freely speak. That's why I can be who I am, because I know who I am in Christ, and can't no man shut me up. This is the problem. They have made the government God. And this is why these people get so mad when you tell them that they can get a job. But nobody's holding them back. See, because they all need a scapegoat. Everybody needs a villain because they have to point to somebody for their problem. Nobody wants to take accountability. Now everybody wants that they have to blame somebody. And right now, the scapegoat happens to be Trump. They've been using him for years. What happens when this man is at office? You're going to continue to use him? You're going to use the policies? What in the world is going on? You should be able to prosper in any economy. Do you know why? Because the economy of heaven comes from the kingdom, and it is above the economy of this world. That means that you should be able to go right to God with whatever needs you have. He has provided everything that you need pertaining to life and godliness. Everything that you needed to function on this earth was put inside of you before you got here. Now, how about that? That means that you can go anywhere and your gift is supposed to shine. So there is no excuse. You have an excuse. You are making an excuse because the Democrats have given you one. But these people are being paid. They are not receiving entitlements. I hate that word, because who made you entitled to what somebody else worked for? See, this is why you mad at me, because it's the truth. See, it's the truth. And I'm going to always tell the truth, because I don't owe no man nothing. Can't no job fire me. Can't nobody cancel me. You did not give me a voice, so you can't take it away. You did not provide for me, so you can't stop providing for me. God provides for me. And even when they took my pages down back in April, God restored me, and now I have triple the amount of people watching. So you can do whatever you would like. But the bottom line is I'm going to tell the truth. And the truth is the government is your God. And if you are black and you think you can't do nothing because of white folks, that means that you are not saved. You have not encountered Jesus. You do not know the living God. You do not know the God of the Bible. Because if you did, you would know that can't nobody stop you. You would know that if God is for you, that no man can stand against you. But if you do not know that, that means that you're sitting in some dead church preaching about social issues that mean absolutely zero. It's all a distraction to bring in Marxism, to bring in socialism, but because you're so lazy and entitled and greedy, you sit there gladly dying in this dead church. Just because you say you're a Christian does not mean that you're a Christian. I can stand in a garage. It does not make me a car. I am a Christian because I encountered the living God. Even if the Apostle Paul would have said that he was a Christian without encountering Christ, he would not have had the same effectiveness as he had when he wrote a third of the New Testament. Peter even said, I want to know Christ the way Paul knows him. Peter walked with Christ. Paul did not. Paul knew Christ by the Spirit, and that's how you're supposed to know him. But because the government has become your God, you have itching ears, and you'll sit in any church that is going to scratch those ears. And that scratching is that you're a victim, and that they hate the black man. Who hates you? You hate you. Because see, I ain't never really run into anybody racist that was white. When I run into the racism, it's from folks that look like me. And when they find out that I don't think like them, that's when they really become racist. That's when they call me every bad wench, coon, nigger in the book, black folks. Because I'm not like you. And instead of you trying to figure out why am I the way I am, you decide I'm going to call her name and write her off. Because you think that that's going to stop me. Oh, but it won't. All you did was lit a fire under me. Now, I need to make sure that you don't get an ounce of peaceful sleep until you get the truth in your body. And you will be responsible for that truth now that you know it. I am tired of hearing this kind of foolishness. It is not the government's job to raise your children. It is not the teacher's job to raise your children. It is your job. When you are given a child, that is a responsibility from God, from heaven. That is a mandate. You raise that child up. You train it in the way of the Lord. And when they are old enough, they will not depart from it. You don't give that responsibility to a government that tells you that a baby is a clump of cells. You don't give that responsibility to a government that is saying there is no difference in a man and a woman. You are responsible for the children that you have. That means feeding them. That means clothing them. It does not mean you lay down and open your legs and you pop these babies out and now it's everybody's responsibility to give you money. Ma'am, you should have thought about that when you was laying there. But now you want all the laws to be able to change so you can kill this baby. You can punish this child for your act. And don't give me the argument about rape because it's less than 2%. Those are not the people walking into that abortion clinic. The people that go in that abortion clinic more than likely have had more than 2. Believe that. That is not a form of birth control. That is murder. It does not absolve you of being a parent. You still are a parent, but now you're a parent of a child that you killed. I'm not trying to heap no condemnation on you. There is no condemnation once you get born again. So once you get born again and you confess that sin, it's covered. But until you do, you are a murderer. Don't you let this government, not the current government, but these people that are telling you that you have no responsibility for your life or your children, don't you let them fool you, because you do. You are responsible for your life. And whatever you do with that life, that one life that you have been given, you are going to give account for it, sister. You're going to give account for it, brother. You're going to stand in front of God. You're going to have to answer for every idle word. You are either going to be on the mercy seat of Christ or the white throne judgment. And one of those you don't want to be at because of ignorance. So instead of getting mad at folks that are trying to tell you the truth about the party that you worship, why don't you look into that party? See, because if they ain't got nothing to hide, you should be able to look them up. You should be able to find out everything about them, and nothing should go against anything in you. The problem is you feel that conviction, and that conviction bothers you. But instead of doing something about it, you try to shut down the people that are telling you to do something about it. King David was not dumb. When the prophet came in to him and said to him, "You have sinned," he didn't say, "Cut off Nathan's head." He said, "How have I sinned?" He fell on his face and he repented. Today, y'all got so much pride, you ain't gonna repent for nothing. You would sooner find a reason to stay in ignorance. But you ain't gonna get it if you cross my page. So if you see my face, please know I'm gonna be telling the truth. And you can get mad all you want to. I'm not shutting up. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I pay my phone bill. I work for myself. You can't cancel me. If God is for me, then who can stand against me? Not a single one of you. So that was the truth. And that's the message. And I approve it. Y'all enjoy your day.